Silence. We have those who would disturb the peace among us. Guards, lock the doors. We have some business to take care of. Now, how should we deal with those who disturb the peace? Watching them starve in the cells doesn't do much for me anymore. I say we hear them out and treat them in kind. So tell us, why did you come here today? Vivian.
Draku.
You come here on my day of celebration to challenge me. It is an insult to both me and all of these proud Alarinthians. Looking deep into our core, you say we're not good enough. We honor the traditions of the ancients, as we should. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. You want to tear us apart. You want to create a nation that's weak, just like the mainland.
No, you've got it all wrong. Lack of strength is not a weakness. The unity of the mainland, their shared ideals, that's true strength. You stand here, alone, victim to your incessant squabbling.
We yield to no one while they are docile slaves of the Triumvirate. They crush the mainlanders under their heel, who ask no questions at all. Alorinthia is a free land. We make our own choices, and we hold the power.
Then help us gain our freedom! We've come here seeking an alliance. We're not all mindless slaves, you know?
An alliance? And what can you offer me? You look as if I could crush you with one hand.
I'm stronger than you think. We all are. We grew up alone on the streets of Mazeo. If we weren't strong, we'd be long dead by now.
You? On the streets of Mazeo? My apologies. That is quite respectable. You must be part of the Monarch's crew.
Yes, and we've come to seek your aid. You keep talking about how strong you are, and help us take down those who claim godhood.
And what do I get in return?
I will be your champion and offer some of our forces. Together we can crush Vivian's pathetic insurrection. Allow us this chance to prove our strength as worthy allies.
What an unconventional turn of events. Vivian, you were seeking a challenge, yes?
Yes, at the break of dawn, I will allow you your final night of revelry.
And who will fight as your champion?
Ulrich.
I see. And what do they call you?
They call me Pro, Your Excellence. It would be my honor to fight with you in the Coliseum. I offer my life and the life of our forces to your cause.
I accept your offer, Pro. Vivian isn't worth using my own men. But you lack the authority to make this pledge. That decision lies with the Monarch. Help me defeat Vivian, and I will offer you my might. Go against me, and I cannot guarantee your survival. Monarch, what is your decree? Fight with me and prove yourself worthy of my help? Or fight with Vivian against thousands of years of tradition?
Well, our main goal is changing the world, right? We want a better future for everybody, not just us. It stands to reason that we should change Alarinthia. But Vivian can't offer as much power as Dracu can, and for that matter, I don't want Pro or Ulrich to die. This is all so complicated, I'm not sure what to do. Our final attack will be harder if we use Vivian's forces. That is, if Vivian and Ulrich can take down Dracu. He's never lost the Coliseum battle, remember? I guess it depends on what we want. An easier time during our assault on Balteus, or a changed Alarinthia at our forces' expense. There's no wrong choice here, Monarch. Take your time and do what your heart tells you. Our end goal and our purpose will remain the same.
Our lives were on the line. I had to make the right choice. I'd rather live with Dracu than sacrifice myself for Vivian. Ulrich has the wrong idea. What he's doing is suicide.
None of you shall leave. I wouldn't want you running away. Private quarters will be arranged for those involved in the fight. Tomorrow morning, you will all be escorted to the Coliseum. For tonight, enjoy the ball. I think you'll find it quite exquisite.
Pro, what do you think you're doing? I had a plan, and now you've ruined everything.
Sorry, Ulrich. It just made sense. This is a fight to the death, right? Dracu has never lost. I had to do it.
I had everything under control.
It's not your job to control everything. You need to get that through your thick skull.
You're going to regret this.
Regret? I can live with that. It's better than dying for nothing. Dracu has killed stronger men than you. I don't think he's going to lose this battle. That's why I want to be on his good side.
So you're just going to suck up to him? Get out of my sight, Pro. You're pitiful.
Hey, Dracu?
Yes?
This is a really nice castle you've got here.
Thank you.
I was admiring it from the outside. I noticed it's built in a really interesting way. It's pretty bumpy. Lots of places for footholds.
Footholds?
Yeah, like places to rest your feet. I was actually going to ask you about that. Was it built that way intentionally? For climbing?
Every ruler adds to this castle in their own way. I've been in power for several decades by now. You're the only one who's ever noticed my addition.
You made it that way? Does that mean you like to climb too?
Yes, it does. That's how I start my day. There's no workout quite like it.
Do you use some special equipment? I got some metallic claw-like things in Museo.
I have no use for such things. I prefer to go it alone, without safety. It makes you think about every little move. One accident and you fall to your death. You don't need those claws. Just climb smarter. A handicap takes away your sense of achievement.
I think I'll need them, actually. I'm planning to climb the Grand Tree in Valinor. If you saw it, you'd understand the necessity.
The Grand Tree. Does it live up to its namesake?
Yeah, it does. It's probably the ultimate challenge. It overlooks the entire world, you know?
Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps I should pay Valenorth a visit one day. I never thought the mainland could provide me with a challenge.
Oh, it can. Trust me. I've been climbing my entire life. Want to hear about more fun places?
I can spare some time, yeah.
I'm glad you sided with Ulrich and Vivian. It's important to change this nation for the better. I just wish Pro didn't have to open his big mouth. There's a very real chance that he'll die tomorrow. We've seen Ulrich fight. I think he'll win this battle. I just hope it's Draku that falls, not Pro. That sounds like a horrible thing to say, I know. But we've all grown so close since we met at Peregrino. I'm scared this clash of ideals will tear our bonds apart. I need to get my mind off that or I'll go crazy. If you need me, I'll be in the ballroom down the hall. I heard they have a live band, and I love music.
Hey. I think you sided against me. In the future, I'll remember that. I thought we were friends, you know? When the fighting starts, I won't hold back. I just want to be on Draku's good side, you know? If he ends up winning, I still want to form an alliance. But if Vivian wins? Well, I don't know. That means either myself or Draku would be dead. I'm not going to think about that. Let's go check out the ball.
We believe you made the wrong choice, Monarch. Draku has yet to lose any fights in the Coliseum. This fight doesn't appear to be any different. The strength he could have offered was incredible too, but instead you decided to choose the weaker man. Ideals aside, choosing weakness makes no sense. Who cares about a changed Alarinthia if we lose the war? We could give Vivian what he wants, and then march to our deaths. Strength is what wins wars, not the desire for change, and not hope. We will be exploring the castle if you need us. The ballroom is our next stop, so we can meet there. In the meantime, enjoy this ball as much as you can.
Hey. I'm grateful for your support. I really am. I've always told you how much I want to change this place. And now I'm getting the chance. This almost feels like a dream. I'm not a fan of what Pro did, though. I hate to say this, but I'm prepared to kill him. If I see an opening, I have to take it, Monarch. I think I need a few drinks after all of this. Truth be told, I'm still a little confused about everything. But I assume that confusion will wane when the battle starts. I'm going to go check out the rest of the castle. I'll see you around. Remember, party responsibly.
I hope you're prepared to fight, Monarch. You'll be among the soldiers during tomorrow's fight. Regardless of your allegiance, I'm excited to see your abilities. I would be honored to know that you gave it your all. Either way, I thought it would be best to come meet you here. You're a guest in my castle, not a prisoner as it may have seemed. It's just tradition for challenges. They're mostly issued at the castle. It ensures that the people involved in the fight can't back out. We take these battles very seriously, as you could tell. I hope we haven't issued any offense. Prisoners? At a party this grand? If that's a complaint, you're grasping at straws. I have a party to enjoy. I suggest you do the same.
You put up more of a fight than Sophie ever did. Where did you learn techniques like that, Shane? It almost feels like you're the teacher in this scenario.
You pick up a lot of stuff on the streets of Museo. Back when I was younger, it was either fight or die. A lot of the rebels are just like me, so get used to it.
Let me guess, you all banded together after the occupation. That means if I learn your weakness, I learn theirs. A weak strategy. All sharing the same fighting style?
Well, now I know why you wanted to spar so soon, and here I thought you might be warming up to me.
Don't flatter yourself, Shane.
Then stop giving me reasons to. I guess Sophie wasn't much of a fighter.
He used to be, but I could tell he always held back. There was doubt in his mind, and it clouded his judgment. I trusted it would go away, but you know what happened next.
Yeah, and he's paying for his mistakes, but you can trust me, Halen. I won't let you down. Remember what I did when we were in Museo.
You killed your former leader, your best friend. I don't need anything else from you, Shane. That proves your loyalty almost tenfold.
Good. So what do you think Sophie will do next? I mean, he's no longer welcome in Balteus, right?
I saw him wandering the halls before he left. It's funny. He might actually try to seek out the blade. He was saying something about Alarinthia over and over.
What makes him think it'll be in Alarinthia?
Well, the rebellion will try its hardest to survive. After what we did, it makes sense that they'd flee the mainland. They can't come here, so the only other option is Alarinthia.
Makes sense when you put it that way. Maybe he can regain his honor after all. But I have to ask, why aren't we going?
The rebellion will come here eventually. We have the home advantage if we sit and wait. There's no way they can overpower our army.
That's smart. So we're really doing this. We're going to end the rebellion.
And any more that may come. I sense a bright future for us, Shane. And we'll do it all. For the Triumvirate!
Yeah, for the Triumvirate.
Oh, this place is incredible. Draku sure knows how to throw a party. What about you, Ulrich? Having fun?
Draku was my enemy, Valessa. We're practically being held prisoner. Despite that, yeah, I'm having a good time.
I could tell, actually. How many drinks is that? 5? You don't want to fight with a hangover, do you?
It wouldn't be the first time. I've taught myself to fight in any state of being. Just something you learn to do when you're as old as I am.
And how old is that?
Old enough. Besides, I doubt I'll have much trouble tomorrow. Even if I fought Draku while drunk, I could take him down. So don't worry about my well-being. I've got this.
You can fight while you're drunk, too?
Of course. It actually makes things easier. Your movements are sloppy and unpredictable. That's all you need to confuse and overpower your opponent.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. That's a pretty unique fighting style. You'll be sober tomorrow, though, right?
Depends on how tonight goes. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. Just go and have a good time, alright?
Alright, if you say so. This is gonna be super interesting. 2 undefeated men, locked in combat.
Yeah, I'll make sure to put on a good show for you. It's like a sport. Everybody will be watching intently. You better cheer for me. I'll be listening, Valessa.
Sure.
So, Pro, are you having a good time?
Of course. All according to plan. I know Ulrich is mad, but he'll get over it. We can win this without either of us dying.
Yeah, just take out the leader, right? Ulrich is stubborn, though, so be careful. I think he might actually try to kill you.
I've been watching him spar for years. I'll be fine. I know exactly how he operates. The best weapon is knowledge, right?
You remembered my lessons.
How could I forget? It'll help me win this battle. I know it. Make sure to cheer me on, all right?
I think I'd like to remain silent, actually. I can't be taking sides at a time like this. As long as we get an alliance, I'm happy.
Oh, come on. Not even gonna clap for me. I'll remember that when you give another speech.
I think my days of giving speeches are over, Pro. That honor belongs to the monarch now. But I'm sure they'd say the same as me.
Man, I hate how neutral everybody is acting. Sometimes it's all right to take a side.
Well, it's not that I'm not taking a side. It's more like, I shouldn't gossip to you. You're a combatant. It'd affect your morale.
What an interesting way to tell me that you side with Ulrich. Sometimes not saying something tells me all I need to hear.
Now you're just putting words in my mouth. The only person I tell is the monarch.
Interesting.
What?
You're not the first person to unconditionally trust the monarch. Perhaps I could use that to my advantage in the future.
I think this is where I get back to the party. This whole scheming business isn't really for me, but I doubt the monarch would abuse their role for you.
You're probably right, Domek. They'd have to do it without knowing. Just imagine the swindling I could do.
Do we know how to throw parties or what?
Who do you mean by we?
Our people, like the pure ones. We're different civilizations, remember? Did the old monarchy party like this?
This line of questioning is pointless. Why do you wish to know such trivial information?
It's what friends do, Howell. Haven't you ever heard of hanging out? You just talk to each other about everything.
Well, the old monarchy did party. And to be honest, there isn't much difference. Do you see this as a sort of competition?
Not exactly. Well, maybe? It's always cool to know you have the most fun. Do you not compare yourself to other people?
That would be a waste of time. There is no benefit in being like other people. We simply wish to be ourselves. Unique.
See? This is what friends do. They just talk. Keep going, Howell. Tell me what's on your mind. You don't need a specific topic or anything.
We would ask, why you consider us a friend? Does the world benefit from this conversation? Is there a purpose to this sort of interaction? Perhaps we should talk about the matter at hand. There is much to discuss about Vivian and Draku.
Nope, we can't talk about that. That's work stuff. We're here to unwind.
Another concept we do not understand. Every moment we waste, the enemy gets stronger.
It's not a waste, though. If our bond grows stronger, then so do we. It's important to get along with your comrades, Howell.
Very well. We will try. This party is an interesting experience. Are you having a good time, Fortame?
There we go. Now you're doing it right. Just a few more steps and you'll be ready to dance.
We would rather die.
Why do they need to put alcohol in everything? These pastries would be fine on their own, you know. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. The locals are sure eating this stuff up, though. Call me old-fashioned, but food and drink should stay separate. If this is a delicacy around here, then Alarenthia isn't really my place. But you gotta eat, right? This isn't the kind of place you want to go hungry. I never thought I'd miss some of the food back in Valenworth. But enough about that. Are you having a good time, Monarch? Aside from the whole Coliseum business, of course. I kind of agree, but it's nice in this castle. He could have thrown us in some prison cells, right? I guess we picked the perfect time to come pay him a visit. I forgot to tell you. I talked to Alex a little more on the way here. To learn a little bit more about our parents. Part of me was hoping to hear something positive. Like they were paragons of virtue or something. Thought maybe, just maybe, they were good people. Sorry, the music kind of cut me off. Right. I was talking about our parents. I learned so much about them on the trip here. Just a quick warning, it's not the best atmosphere for this story. I mean, talking about pirates doesn't exactly fill one with joy, but I think it's important to know more about our families. Like I said, I was hoping to hear some good news. I always pictured our parents as these perfect, heroic people. But it turns out they really weren't. They were bad people, Monarch. I know pirates get involved in shady things, but they embraced it. Killing, stealing, smuggling, you name it. They were legends in Museo. They had a whole network operating for them while they were back home. That's how they managed to have a presence in both nations at once. I went to Museo every month or so to inspect their operations in person. Explains how they managed to raise us and balance their double lives. Maybe it's for the best that they passed on when they did. The village and Salus raised us. They gave us our sense of morals. I can't say I'd be too happy if I inherited the morals of our parents. They could have dragged us into the life of piracy as we grew up, too. That would be dangerous. We could have died years ago, If you died, then right now, the world would have no hope at all. So, maybe the occupation was meant to happen. It's guided us to where we are now, shaped us into who we've become. If we let them shape us, then I have no idea where we'd be right now. It's so weird, since children usually aspire to be like their parents. But right now, I'm using them as a roadmap on what not to do. All I can do is dedicate my life to being better people than them. Maybe that can undo some of the damage they've done. Because I know they tore families apart. They killed and robbed. Some would say that, in the end, being murdered was their justice. But I don't think death is a good form of justice. They should have gotten a chance to make up for their crimes. With them gone, I feel like it's our job to do what they couldn't. So, that's something else I'm going to fight for. I'll make up for the damage our parents inflicted. I'll give the world peace, so no one has to feel pain. We'll make a world that doesn't need people like our parents. A world that treats everyone with unconditional love and equality. No one will have to live in poverty or turn to a life of crime. Nobody deserves to be a victim of circumstance. To have their life determined by the world around them? No, that's not it at all. We shape the world, not the other way around. So let's shape it into something beautiful. A place where no one has to resort to being evil. I'm sure our parents were introduced to it somehow. It's not like they woke up one day just wanting to be pirates. Maybe it was their parents before them, or some close friends. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? We'll make the cycle end with us. And we'll start a new cycle. One of peace, happiness, and prosperity. One where our children can live full, happy lives. When we get back to Museo, I want to see their old hideout. And I'd really like it if you'd come with me, Monarch. It'll give me a sense of closure and let me move on. I never thought I'd learn more about our parents in this journey. And I'm even more surprised that it's a truth I never expected. But if I could go back and never learn it, well, I wouldn't. It gives me the drive to become a better person. And it really makes me appreciate everything I have. Including you, Monarch. I could never do this alone. I'll let you go and tend to some business, Monarch. I should probably talk to Fortum about this stuff too. He deserves to know about his parents just as much as us.
Hey there, Monarch. I hope you're having a good time. I mean, given the circumstances, of course. I can imagine it's hard to have fun when you know what's coming. Actually, forget I said that. I don't want to ruin your experience. I'm just airing my own grievances. Forgive my venting. You know, I've been thinking. I faced death back in Museo and I'll face it tomorrow. After that, I'll just go on to face it again when we attack Balteus. I could die tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after. So I keep asking myself, what should I do before I die? A lot comes to mind, but a few are very important to me. I want to go back to where it happened, Monarch. Back to the place where I spent the last moments with my mother. I've never been back there since I grabbed that pendant. I was scared. Just thinking about that place made it seem like it was happening all over again. I can't even imagine what would happen if I went back there for real, you know? It's easy to avoid since the town square is quite large, but I'm done avoiding things. I could have died back in those tunnels, Monarch. Something like that really puts things into perspective. If I die, I want to make sure I've lived life to the fullest. So that means there's a few things I'd like to do. Most importantly, I'd like to go back to where I lost my mother. I don't want that place to hold power over me. I want the power. You already know about some of my other fears too. But it'd be ill-mannered of me to request your help for those. So, about Museo, I'd just like a good friend to be by my side. Can you say something, Monarch? I don't know if I can handle such an awkward silence. Really? I can't thank you enough, Monarch. I just know that I wouldn't be able to do this myself. Having someone by my side makes me that much stronger. Well, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing, unless there's anything else you had to say before you go. Of course, it was nice to chat with you. Come see me when we get back to the mainland. Hopefully we'll have time for some final errands. I'd hate to go right from here to Balteus. We need a final reprieve before we end all of this. No regrets, just in case we don't survive the war.
Yes, fulfill your purpose. Do what you were meant to do.
It's your turn, Monarch. We're transporting you to the Coliseum one by one. That way you're less inclined to try and escape us. You'll be the last one, so it's almost time to fight. I'd advise not wasting much time, but head to the Coliseum when you're ready. You'll be followed by myself and a few guards. Oh, and good luck. You'll need it. The entire nation will be watching and cheering, but whether it's for your victory or demise remains to be seen.
The evolution of tournaments. Initially, rulers of Alarinthia were decided during a simple one-on-one battle, but citizens quickly realized that this was not the best way to gauge a potential ruler's true strength. They needed to add more. This is when the champion system came into play. Each fighter would elect a champion to fight by their side. This would not only test their offensive powers, but show how they handled defensive maneuvers as well. They'd have to fight their enemy and their enemy's champion while also protecting themselves and their champion. This made battles much more fun. Later on, the reserve forces came into play. Each leader would bring a force of about 20 or 30 men into battle with them. This was to make sure they knew how to lead an army efficiently as well. What started out as simple fights to the death have evolved into a full-on sport. Leaders must display their ability to fight, to defend, and to command an army. This ensures that Alarinthia is always in the best possible hands. Only the most competent warriors can win.
Well, here we are. If you head on inside, you'll find your allies. After that, you'll all be escorted to a private room. You'll have a few moments to prepare once you're in there, but I'd say within the next hour or two, the battle will be over. They don't last very long if both sides have prepared enough. You may wonder why I'm doing this, even though you sided against me. The answer to that is, it's in my nature to show my enemies some kindness. I do not kill in cold blood. I will mourn you and honor your memory, Monarch. It is a noble thing to die for your beliefs. Perhaps your memory will inspire future generations. Generations that can go on to be killed, just like you. I do not expect to lose to Vivian. I've killed far stronger men than him. Some would call you foolish for your choice. But I am not one of those people. As I said, I treat my enemies with kindness. You may have realized it, but that's why I held the ball. But the ball is over, so I must find another way to be kind. And that is showing you a swift, painless end in the Coliseum. You wish to die for your beliefs. It would be my honor to aid you.
It shouldn't be longer than a few more hours, but I have to ask, what brings you to Alarinthia?
It's probably better for you not to know. I don't want to involve people in my problems.
Involve away. What else are we going to do? You paid me tenfold to take you and you alone. How can you expect me not to question that?
I expect you to do the job you're paid for. Anything else is unnecessary. Don't you agree?
Look, the way I see it, we're friends here. If you need a ferryman back, I'd love to help you out. Treat me with a cold shoulder and you could get stranded.
Is that a threat?
Of course not. I'm just curious. Here, let's start with the basics. What kind of work do you do? You already know what I do for a living. Don't you think I deserve to know as a courtesy? I don't care if you're breaking the law or anything like that.
No, I'm not breaking the law. But honestly, I don't know how to answer your question. I guess you could say that I'm between things right now.
And why is that?
I thought it was time to seek out better opportunities.
In Alarinthia?
To be honest, I have no idea. I just know some people who might be there. Talking to them should get things on the right track.
And what line of work are you in?
I guess you could say I seek out information. Nothing pleases me greater than learning the truth. But the people I worked for were far less than honest.
Lied to by your bosses? Join the club. They'll do anything to save face and get their way. That's part of why I work on my own now. I get you. Is that what you were so worried to open up about? Trust me, almost everybody knows what that's like. I hope your next opportunity is more fruitful.
I can only hope.
So what did they lie to you about?
Everything.
Then I can see why you'd run away.
Excuse me?
I just mean, it's totally understandable.
I'm not running away. I'm doing what's right.
Sometimes running away is the right thing to do.
I'm sorry. You're right. I didn't mean to start something on your boat. Once we get to Alarinthia, you'll never see me again.
There's no need to go that far. Don't misunderstand me, I've got your back. You're not the only man who's run away, you know. Why else do you think I live at sea? Sometimes I don't set foot on land for weeks at a time. I prefer to be out here, where I live on my own terms. I'm free.
Free,
Yeah, there's no better way to live. Imagine not being shackled by higher-ups. You're fully capable of making your own decisions.
That would be wonderful. I've been a subordinate for my entire life. I think it's finally time that I carved my own path.
I can't believe how cool this place is. Too bad I can't actually enjoy it. I'm super stressed. I'm really worried that we might lose somebody today.
Have we actually worked out who's fighting? I mean, which of our members are joining Draku's reserve forces? The leader and the champion we know, but what about everyone else?
Ulrich fights with Vivian. Pro fights with Draku. Vivian's reserve forces are part of his own army. Draku's reserve forces will borrow from our army. We believe using the Monarch vessels would be the best idea. We wouldn't want to put any more of our main forces at risk. If we win, our allegiance will make this sacrifice worthwhile. It is unfortunate that we will have to kill our own, but we cannot change what Pro has set in motion. All we can do is try to focus on taking Dracu's life. As for Valessa's question, the Monarch will fight among Vivian's reserve forces. It is important for the leader to fight for their beliefs. No delegation at times like this. This means that several of our key members will be put in harm's way. It may be impossible for us to avoid the loss of our reserve forces, but we may be able to win without losing any of our comrades. We must simply focus on the lives of Vivian and Dracu. Do your best to kill Dracu before any harm can come to Pro or Ulrich. We have the option to mitigate our losses, so we must take it.
So you'll be safe, Hal? Along with myself and Fortum? What about Dominik? He ran off with Pro and Ulrich.
I suppose we'll find out. We should head to the private rooms and prepare. The battle will be starting in a matter of minutes.
Let's go ask him ourselves, Monarch. This whole ordeal is kind of confusing. For a while, I was scared I'd have to fight.
Yeah, same. And I was really worried. But now I feel bad that I'm just going to watch. This whole situation is so messed up.
It is less than ideal, yes. But we cannot change our circumstances. Let us gather together for last-minute preparations. Only by preparing for the coming storm can we avoid tragedy. If we stand here any longer, the odds of losing our comrades will grow. Do not let the enemy get the upper hand. That has happened enough. We knew you'd be there, Monarch. A few steps backward, as always. But away from what? Do you fear us? No, you mustn't. You still choose to talk with us. Join us, and we shall look into the flames together. Like our vision, it is always changing, never the same. We've thought about this a lot since we talked on the boat. I know what you're feeling, Monarch. We felt the same when our vision first went astray, but now we find ourselves asking, is it actually astray? Seeing both the future and the past. Is it really bad? For example, we see Dracu win the battle, but also Vivian. We see Pro fall, and Ulrich fall. We even see a future where you fall. Instead of seeing only ahead, we see in every direction. It is almost like a natural evolution to the power we hold. If we can learn to control this, it would be a tremendous boon. The same goes for the visions of the past. Different outcomes, different information, secrets revealed. What if we could search these alternate paths for information? Let us look at the attack on the Rebel HQ in Mazio. Perhaps a past exists where Dominik found out about it. Not useful now, but I think you see what we're suggesting. We wish to try to master this ability before the final battle. If we can gain any useful information, it would aid our attack on Baltius, especially if it can help us uncover any traitors within our ranks. The more we think about it, the more it makes sense. In the Rebel HQ, you were as lambs to the slaughter. The triumvirate must have been tipped off somehow. Rest assured that if there is a traitor, we will find them. After that, their fate and punishment is yours to decide. It is unlikely that Shane is the only turncoat among you. Bro even walks along the path of disloyalty, siding with Draku. And making things more complicated, we will keep a closer eye on him. He's most suspicious. There is more to this story than we know. We hope that in the end, an alliance is formed. We would prefer to leave this nation as soon as possible. An endless cycle of death, creating strength. Each leader falls to someone stronger than themselves. Through death and sacrifice, Alarinthia gains power. We would prefer to gain power through other means. When you rule this world, Monarch, please consider this. Do not walk down a path similar to the Triumvirate. The occupation was a prime example of their nature. They kill others to gain strength, to ensure they rule. It would pain us to see you become like that. It truly would. Because you may follow after them without even knowing it. For now, that is all we have to say. There are no other concerns. Next time we talk, perhaps more will have come to light. At least, we hope.
What are they doing?
Oh yes, we read about this in a book. They write who they support on a piece of parchment. When they throw it in, the flame continues to burn.
So the flame is only burning during matches?
Yes, their desire for change is the catalyst. They light these flames with their hope for the future. It is anonymous too, so you can support whoever you wish. After the battle ends, the flame dwindles and turns to ash. A clean slate for the victor. That is what this symbolizes.
That's pretty cool. Want to get some parchment, Hal?
Sure. If you would like to partake, we can see if the victor lines up with our wishes.
I sure hope so.
Stop being so stubborn, Ulrich! We can do this without killing each other. Just focus on the leader. That's all you need to do.
I don't think you heard me the first time. There's nothing I won't do to secure victory. That means if I have to kill you, I will. And there's no way you're going to convince me otherwise. The future of my nation is at stake. Your life means nothing to me.
Look, we can figure something out. There's no need for either of you to die. I'll be fighting down there too, so...
Stop controlling everything, Damek. This isn't even your army anymore. You need to start acting that way.
But...
No, this army belongs to the monarch. He's the one that will be fighting down there. Besides, planning like that is against the rules. It's a fight to the death, no matter what. Conspiring to prevent that displays a lack of honor. I may want to overthrow this tradition, but I won't mock it.
Mutual respect. That wasn't something I expected, Ulrich. There's nothing I enjoy more than an honorable opponent. It almost makes up for the attempted crashing my ball. But it doesn't mean I'll go easy on you. Where is Vivian, by the way? Did he run?
No, he's in a separate room. Something about meditating before the fight. I leave him be until it's time to do this. Speaking of which, may I request some time with my comrades? If the battle is starting soon, then some farewells may be in order.
Of course. I didn't mean to intrude. As soon as you're ready, we will begin. I'll be in the lobby while I wait for you all.
Okay, so let's go over this situation before the fight begins. We need to make sure we understand exactly what's going down. The upcoming alliance will ensure our attack on Balteus hits hard. I'm fighting alongside Draku as his champion. The fight is over if either him or myself fall in combat. Our reserve forces will consist of the Monarch vessels. On the other hand, Ulrich is fighting alongside Vivian as his champion. The Monarch will fight in Vivian's reserve forces alongside his army. It may not be as strong as Draku's, but Vivian isn't about strength. If Draku wins, the nation will stay exactly the same. But if Vivian wins, he will lead Alarinthia in a new direction. Hopefully, one that allies itself with the new monarchy. Someone will die here today. Either Vivian, Draku, myself, or Ulrich. But these deaths will not be in vain. They will give our army incredible strength. Their lives will help us reshape this world. Or mine. I'm ready to die for this too. We wouldn't stand a chance if we attacked Balteus on our own. An alliance is necessary. This is the best way we can get it. One life taken here today is worth it to change all of Alestia. To finally take this world back from the Triumvirate. We must simply hope that the Monarch made the right choice. If there even is a right choice in this type of situation. For example, our allegiance with Vivian isn't guaranteed. If Draku wins, he won't offer us his men. We sided against him. It's a good possibility, given his reputation in the Coliseum. And about sums it up. Me, Ulrich, and the Monarch need to go to the arena. Everyone else will be given seats to watch us fight. If this is the last time I see you all, then goodbye. It was an honor serving you and fighting for freedom. I can only hope that you gain that freedom in the end.
I don't have much to say. I just wanted to get rid of Draku. I'm not very good at farewells either, so I won't waste your time. Good luck in the future, all of you. I hope to see you again.
The Monarch vessels are already waiting by the arena. I'll take everyone to our seats so we can watch you fight. I guess it's on you now, Monarch. Head to the arena.
Do you really need to rush into it like this? Can't you take some time to prepare and train?
That would be impossible. Alarinthia takes these battles very seriously. Delaying it would insult the honor of all participants.
Screw honor then! I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet. There's still so much we need to do.
Then don't say goodbye. Simply hope that he survives this battle. Cheer him on from the sidelines. Support him.
I guess that's all we can really do. Things will work out for the best. I know it. We're due for some good luck by now. Should we go take our seats?
Yeah, we probably should. Monarch, good luck.
Hey, don't touch that! It's mine! I plan to use it during the upcoming battle. Never touch a weapon that's not your own.
The Grand Library. Located in Balteus, the Grand Library is something of an anomaly. While many say it contains literature about Alestia's entire history, nobody has ever actually set foot inside. Rumors of a mysterious man tending to the books are rampant. Could such a collection really be under the watch of one individual? Furthermore, what are the books actually about? Members of the Triumvirate's honor guard ensure that nobody but this mystery man enters the library. But who could he be? Just what is the Triumvirate protecting?
Look, I'm sorry for making things complicated. I've been getting looks from everybody. They hate me. I put my life at risk and foolishly offered our own army. We need that army for our final attack on Balteus. Everybody thinks I've condemned us to death, but it's not true. This situation is super complicated and their vision is so narrow. I wish this didn't have to happen right now, especially after we've been growing closer as friends. I'm guessing that this is it for our friendship, isn't it? Wait, seriously? Thank you. Oh, I was so scared you'd cut things off. I really value our bond, Monarch, I swear. You sided with Vivian, so this was a total gamble. It's good to know that we can endure a difference in opinion. Ulrich wasn't giving me the same courtesy. I think he'd even kill me. But I guess I can understand why he'd do that. This isn't just about an alliance to him. This is his home. He wants to change it for the better, like we all do with Alestia. I know this whole situation is really confusing. To be honest, I don't even know every little detail. But as long as we all trust each other, it'll work out. Thank you so much, Monarch. I know there isn't much time, so we need to get going. But that's all I needed to talk about. I'm good to go. After this battle, we'll have a long chat. There's so much I need to tell you, but I just can't right now. I promise that at the end of the day, this will all make sense.
So it's finally going to happen. I've been dreaming about this day for a long time. Do your best out there, Monarch. I've got your back. Of course, I have heard rumors about that blade you're carrying. So if you don't mind, I might choose to lean on you for support too. If we all take care of each other, then we'll be unstoppable for sure. We need to make our way to the other side of the Coliseum. Both groups start on opposite ends and meet in the middle. That's where all the chaos ensues. It'll be pretty hectic.
I'm counting on it. It's been ages since I've seen a real battle. Do your best to stay out of danger, Monarch. Leave this to us. There's no need for you to risk your life unless you need to. Our targets are Draco and Pro. We should do our best to avoid senseless casualties. Vivian's reign should begin with as little bloodshed as possible.
It's a bit of a walk, so let's get started. The battle will start in a few minutes, so we need to be there. Some leader I'd be if I showed up late to my own fight.
Look, I don't know if what they told me was true, but if that blade is some sort of ancient relic, don't showboat. Anything other than strength and strategy will be seen as cheating. That blade may have powers to help you out in Baltius, but not here. Do your best to blend in as a regular combatant, all right? I don't want you putting Vivian in jeopardy out there.
Remember, we're fighting for a better future. Our hopes and dreams will carry us to victory, I know it. Of course, Ulrich's sword arm will sure be a big help.
No need to put on the pressure, Vivian. But I know you're right. This is all I've ever wanted. And with you two by my side, I know I'll never fail. Stay back, Monarch. Let me and Vivian lead the charge.
Yeah, just make sure to stay out of danger. We can't have our future ruler falling in battle.
Now! Hey, Monarch. Are you okay? Monarch! Forgive me, Monarch. It was either them or you. I had to make a decision. Give me your hand. We need to keep things moving.
No!
Stay close, Monarch! This must be what Draco was counting on. If we can break free, then victory is surely ours.
The strategy, it seems desperate. That means he doesn't have anything else up his sleeve. Get us out of this, Monarch. Use that blade if you have to. Sorry. I can't have you getting in the way. I have to do this, Monarch. Please forgive me. Give it up, Pro. This is what I was meant to do. Changing Alarinthia means everything to me.
I can't let you win, Ulrich! We need Dracu's strength to take down the Triumvirate! You can always come back and change things after the war!
Never!
Are you really willing to die for this? Think about what Dracu can help us accomplish!
If the choice is between fighting alongside Dracu and death, then yeah, I'm willing to die for this, Pro. But I have to ask, are you willing to kill me in the name of my enemy?
Yes, of course!
If you're willing to kill me, then do it! Show me that our friendship means nothing to you!
But we're family!
No, that's just an excuse you made up.
Why are you saying this?
Because I don't believe you're willing to kill me. But I stand here, ready to kill you at a moment's notice. That need for friends and family to be loved, that's your weakness. All I've ever wanted was to change this nation for the better. You, Tomek, the Monarch, you're worth less than pawns to me. So I'll give you one chance to kill me. Take my life, or lose yours.
Ulrich, stop!
So that's the way it is, huh? You're full, Pro. Always were.
Ulrich! Let me go!
Sorry it had to come to this. But know that your death will create a better nation. And hopefully, that will lead us all to a better world. Looks like you were finally good for something.
He's waking up.
We were so worried, Monarch. We didn't know if you'd recover. Ulrich did some damage. Your nose is broken, but if you give it time, you'll be totally fine.
So, what's the next step?
With our alliance finalized, we need to head back to Museo. After some swift preparation, we'll launch the assault on Balteus. This is it. We've come away from this with more soldiers than ever.
The Triumvirate would not expect us to recover this quickly, but here we stand, stronger than ever before. We can win this war. We would advise not mulling over this sacrifice. It secured his victory.
Yeah, Pro may have not sided with Vivian, but he sided with us. We're still going to secure the future he was fighting for. Alestia's future. He was a dear friend, and this loss will give me more power, more resolve.
A good outlook. Wasting time to mourn could cost us this entire war. We must make our way to the docks and meet with Vivian. Focus on the things that are within our control, Monarch.
So, should we just start walking to the docks? Let's make sure to stock up on lots of water. The journey back isn't going to be any easier.
Whoa, hold on a second here. Before we go, I have a question to ask. Ulrich, why did you do this? You could have waited and went after Draku! Hey! I asked you a question, you coward!
Fortim.
I know we have an alliance or whatever, but who cares? We lost one of our friends. Why is nobody even sad?
We'll have plenty of time to grieve after this war is over. We've lost plenty, and I'm sure we'll be losing even more, but if we give up and mope around, we'll lose everything. We're not forgetting about him, Fortim. We just have more important things to focus on. Let's get to the docks. We can talk more on the trip home.
That's part of the problem, Valessa. I don't even know what home is anymore. It was Valenorth and then Mazeo, but everything around us is getting destroyed. And I thought home was being with our friends. But now they're dying, Valessa. Fine. Forget I even said anything. But we were betrayed, plain and simple, by one of our own. It may have gotten us an alliance, but it's still a betrayal. And in my books, people like that deserve to be punished. So you can push this aside or whatever, but I won't. This is a crime that needs to be answered for.
Well, I guess maybe venting like that could help. Let's just get it out of the way while we're walking, alright? Every moment we waste makes our enemy more prepared. Well, it's time for a brief break. Let's get some water and then head back to the docks. If I remember correctly, this means we're halfway there.
What do you want?
I just wanted to apologize, Fortin. You'll understand soon. I had no other choice.
There's no way you're sorry, Ulrich. I saw no hint of remorse on your face when you killed him. And even now that you're apologizing, you don't look sad at all.
That's not true. I'm being serious here.
Well, so am I. Just leave me alone, Ulrich. We'd all be better off without you.
Fine.
Come on, Monarch. You have my back in this, right? What happened was way out of line. I know that everybody is focusing on the war right now, but I can't do that. This is just too much to take in. What should I do? Are you going to forgive this? Good. Then that means we're on the same page. It's just so hard because of how close we are. But why should a friend get a free pass to commit murder? Everyone else seems so lenient. Are they just going to forgive this? He should be punished, just like any other criminal. Shouldn't he? All right. But just take my advice. Don't do it while everybody is still in shock. Let them process these events and form an opinion.
Vivian, there you are. How does it feel to be the one in power?
It's hard to believe, actually. I expect that it'll set in after the upcoming battle. I'm a man of my word, so I need to help you out first.
Wait, don't tell me you're coming with us. Don't you have things to take care of over here?
It's nothing that can't wait a few days. The attack is happening pretty soon, right? I can leave things in the hands of a few friends for now.
Fair enough, and yeah, you're right. We plan to launch the attack within a day or two. Once we get to Museo, we need to take care of business. I mean, final goodbyes and stuff like that. After we leave for Balteus, we might never return. We need to make sure that we leave with no regrets.
Have a little faith, Dominic. If anybody can take down those gods, it's us. We just overthrew an entire nation. I think that's a good sign.
Gods? Don't make me laugh. You know just as well as I do that they're weak, like us. The true power rests with the one who can wield that blade. Terribly sorry to intrude, but I need to have a word with the monarch. If you'd be so kind as to give us some privacy, I'd be forever grateful. A hostile greeting. I don't blame you. You're only treating me the way I treated you. So after this hostility, I expect mercy. Remember, if it weren't for me, you'd be dead. I submit to your authority. Restrain me any way you wish. I only want to talk. When you get back to Museo, we can go our separate ways.
Vivian, restrain this man immediately. Take him to the brig and make sure he can't escape. He's unarmed and alone, so do it before he starts anything.
Once we set sail, come and talk to me, Monarch. I have some information that you might want to hear, including the true identity of the mole among your forces.
Sorry about that, but we need to get out of here and fast. If we stay in Alarenthia any longer, they might figure us out. And Sylvie definitely can't hear what I'm about to tell you. Come closer, everybody. I'm afraid that I've been keeping a secret from all of you. But it's not just me. Hold on a second. You'll see what I mean. You can come out now.
Oh man, it's about time. There's nothing I hate more than hiding. Sorry for worrying all of you, but we had to do it.
Yeah, I'm not the best actor, you know. I think people were starting to see through our lies.
Hey, come on, cut it out! It's enough to know you missed me. But we really need to get going. Fast.
Yeah, if they find out we cheated, we're done for. I know you want an explanation, so let's talk about it on the ship. We should set sail right away so nobody catches on to us.
Wait, you cheated? How are we going to break this news to our new partner? If they find out, they might just break off our alliance.
It worked out in their benefit, so I doubt they'd care. Let's get going. We'll explain the story on our way home.
I'm so confused.
Don't worry about it, Domek. We made it out of this without any casualties, really. A few members of the reserve forces died, but that's it. Thankfully, none of the Monarch vessels fell in combat. We have more strength than ever before. That's what matters. Attacking Balteus will be as easy as the snap of a finger.
All right then, I trust you. But you better have a good explanation for this. Let's get going, everybody. We have a long voyage home.
Cheating is not something we agree with. Such tactics are what our current enemy employs. This journey seems to be changing all of your values.
But he's still alive. That's great news. I was really freaking out. I didn't know what to do. Don't tell me you think it would be better if he was dead.
Maybe. Means to an end, we suppose. The enemy likely thinks the same way.
Let's go find out what they have to say. I'm also curious about that other man we restrained. There's so much going on right now, I can barely think.
Yeah, I want to figure everything out. I was worried we'd be attacking Balteus without all of our friends. But to know he's still alive? I can't even begin to describe the relief.
Whoa, it's not that bad, trust me. But it's definitely the biggest score of my life. I mean, swindle an entire nation? Amazing! It all started after the attack on our HQ. Domek cheated death, and we rose from the ashes. Then, we were going to Alarinthia, where I knew we'd be fighting. So I thought, what if we could cheat death again, but to our advantage? There was so much room for error that we stepped in to even the odds. I knew that Ulrich would side with Vivian regardless, so I went to him.
I didn't want to work with Pro at first. It seemed like a plan doomed to failure. Could we really cheat an entire nation, right in front of their own eyes? Obviously, it sounds impossible, but Pro was pretty insistent. He came up with a solid plan. I'd fight with Vivian, and he'd fight with Draku. If we were both on opposing teams, we could throw the battle in any direction. So that's what we did. We ensured victory for the side the Monarch chose.
It was easy enough to manipulate Draku. I mean, he thought he was the one manipulating us. But it was my plan all along to fight by his side. After that, all we needed was this. Along with some chaos and acting, they'd believe the battle was over. The chaos, of course, was the moment the Monarch used the blade. We pushed you toward using it so we could have our opportunity.
That's really all there is to it. None of you could know until it was already over. If information was leaked, everything would be for nothing. You're free to come back to Alarinthia, but we might stay behind. It was just in our best interest to get away before they figured things out. So yeah, a new alliance, minimal casualties, and a great story. I'd say this was an all-around success, wouldn't you?
Yeah! I can't believe we really pulled it off! I think this might just be my masterpiece.
That might be the coolest thing I've ever heard. I knew you were a swindler pro, but this is crazy. You're using your skill to shape Alestia's history.
And Ulrich, I never knew you were so good at acting. You really had me sold there. I almost can't believe it. It felt like something was up, but to think it was this?
Almost puts my strategizing to shame, I have to say. So what's the next step? Is it just smooth sailing now? I imagine our chances of getting caught are pretty low.
You should probably tell Vivian what really went down. I doubt he'd mind, and at least he wouldn't find out another way. In the meantime, we need to have a word with our new prisoner.
Right, I'll tell him while you do that then. But I think we've also earned some much-needed rest. Let's take the day off and meet back up here in the morning. That is, if it's okay with you, Monarch.
Sylvia's in the brig, right? Can't believe he surrendered. Just like that.
And I heard him say something about a mole? Let's go talk with him, Monarch. You deserve some answers.
Yeah, let Dominic pamper Vivian for the time being. But before we head to the brig, look behind us, Monarch. It's starting to look like an impressive army, isn't it?
My, I wasn't expecting an entourage. Should I be flattered or concerned for my safety?
Explain yourself, Sylvie. I'm seconds away from throwing you overboard.
Again with the hostility. Look, I don't even really know what I'm doing here. It just felt like the right thing to do, given the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Back when we attacked your HQ in Mazeo, my goal was to kill your friend and retrieve the blade. I failed both objectives, and the Triumvirate punished me.
I see.
You are correct. I found out that the Triumvirate was lying to me. I let you live because I wasn't sure of what to do next. I'm still uncertain. When I got back to Balteus, they punished me by placing me in exile.
You expect us to believe this? Sylvie, you're nothing but a mindless slave. The monarch survived because of his strength.
See, Ulrich? You're always so paranoid. Listen to your friends before making snap judgments. I have a lot to say, so you better learn to trust me again.
Don't count on it.
So, what did you want to tell us? Around here, you need to earn your keep. Ulrich was serious about throwing you overboard.
Well, this is where it gets complicated. I still consider myself a servant to the Triumvirate. But Halen? Well, I want nothing more than to see him fall. I'm not here to hurt any of you. Not this time. As you can see, even though I broke out of my binds, I am playing nice. Right now, all I can offer is information to aid your attack on Balteus.
And why would you want to help us take down the Triumvirate?
Doing so would involve taking down Halen as well. He sold me out and got me into this whole mess.
Okay. And let's say we take down Halen. What then? You'd be reinstated as Inquisitor and just stab us in the back.
You speak as if people aren't capable of playing both sides. Either way, I don't know. I'd make my choice when the time comes.
And what makes you say that so easily? You've served the Triumvirate for your entire life.
No, not my entire life. They welcomed me with open arms when I was young and broken. Now here they are, inflicting the same wounds they had promised to heal.
Is that supposed to make sense to me?
No, because it barely makes sense to me. Now, Pro, will you let me say what I have to say?
Sure.
If you want to take down the Triumvirate, you'll have to enter their chambers. I've never seen them leave, and I don't expect that they ever will. I always thought they were hiding, but I don't think that's true. There's something at the back of their chambers. Something off. It's like a spirit idol, but the very sight of it fills me with fear. I'm not sure what it is, but I have a few theories about it. I think that maybe it's their source of power. But I'm probably wrong, as that seems to be the trend lately. Either way, its destruction should be your top priority.
A spirit idol in their own chambers? But those are conduits for the monarchy. It makes no sense that they'd keep one close by. Their main goal was to destroy all of the idols. Nice try, but I'm not going to believe any of this. Let's go, Monarch. We'll ditch him in Mazeo.
Visions of the Triumvirate's chambers.
When were you going to tell us about this?
I'm not finished yet. I suggest that your attack focuses on entering their chambers. There, you could take down both them and this dark idol. However, you would have to fight your way through Halen. And that's where my next piece of information comes in. Halen may seem just like you and I, but he's not. The Triumvirate created him with that blade. He was made to be the perfect soldier. He would always serve his masters, no matter what. Little did I know that loyalty was stronger than our friendship. He promised not to tell them what happened, but the moment we got home, he sold me out immediately. He lives under the Triumvirate's thrall, a true mindless slave. You must never let them get their hands on that blade again. They aren't limited to suits of armor. They've mastered it enough to create life. Of course, their first test was Halen. They needed someone trustworthy enough to serve them. I think they did it to ensure that nobody else ran away. My previous master, the former Grand Inquisitor, defected. I trusted Halen and the Triumvirate. They all betrayed me. But there's your information. I'm sure it will help you out. A possible weakness, and the true nature of Halen. With that blade, you could even give him freedom. It would release the spell that the Triumvirate has put on him. Of course, that's not how I'd like things to play out. I would prefer it if you let me kill him, Monarch. That is all I ask for in return. I won't get in your way. If you grant me this, I would be further in your debt. So, do you trust me? Good. because there's 2 more things to talk about. And now that I've earned your trust, you have no reason to doubt them. I saved them for last because, well, it involves dishonesty among your ranks. Well then, do you 2 want to tell him, or should I?
I guess it's time. I'll go first. My allegiance is with the rebellion. I can promise you that. But that wasn't always the case. It's all in the past, ages ago. Sylvie is trying to harm our trust with ancient information, Monarch. I knew this was going to happen. He'd earn your trust with a couple of interesting facts and then attack. This is subterfuge. My past has no bearing on my current loyalty. But I knew this secret would come out sooner or later. That's the real reason I sided with Pro to cheat the Coliseum. You'd know my loyalty was with you, no matter what.
Delaying, as always. He's scared of you, Monarch. He knows you might throw him away.
No. The Monarch would never do that. Not after what I did for our cause in Alarinthia. So go ahead, Sylvie. Watch your plan crumble and fall. Grand Inquisitor Ulrich. That was lifetimes ago. Ancient history. He's using a dead past to try and hurt us, Monarch. I realized that the Triumvirate was my true enemy. That's when I decided to join the rebellion. You really thought this would work, Sylvie?
I never said I was intending to hurt you. This is merely information that might help you in Balteus. Ulrich has inside knowledge, Monarch, and he can wield the blade. It's your choice if you let this information hurt you. But in your situation, I would be relieved to know. Now, there's no need to keep any more secrets. Go on. Tell the Monarch, Pro. It's time for him to know, don't you think?
So, I guess I'll start from the beginning. My parents abandoned me. They didn't die in the occupation like I tell everybody. I've always wanted to know one thing. Why? None of my searches gave me any useful information, so over time I grew more and more desperate. One day, the Triumvirate reached out to me. They said they knew the truth about my parents, but in exchange, they wanted me to give them information, details about the rebellion. It seemed like a harmless exchange. But over time, they started to ask for more and more. I gave them so many secrets, but got nothing in return. It wasn't much longer before I quit. I had enough of their lies.
But the damage was already done, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was the last thing you leaked to them, Pro?
The location of our new HQ. The tunnels. It was a good hideout, right under their noses. They'd never find it. Unless somebody told them.
That's right. Pro is responsible. His lake enabled us to attack you in Mazeo. All of those lives, the blood is on his hands.
No! Like I said, I quit. They lied to me. They knew nothing about my parents. All they wanted was somebody gullible enough to serve them.
It doesn't change what happened, Pro. Now, Monarch, how do you take this?
Hey, I proved my loyalty. Just like Ulrich. I put my life on the line to serve the rebellion. There was no guarantee we'd survive the Coliseum. Look, I made up for what I did. All those lives we lost, we got them back, and more. Our Alarinthian allies will help us win this war, hands down.
So much dishonesty in the air, wouldn't you agree? I want you to look at your comrades and then look at me. Unlike them, I've been nothing but honest with you. I would rather have an honest enemy than a cheating friend. That's part of why I wanted to talk with you, Monarch. I know that we can be open with one another. Very well. We're meeting on the deck come morning, then? I'll make sure to be on my best behavior. I respect you, Monarch. I always told myself that I'd serve the rightful rulers of this world. It just seemed like I was also lied to by the Triumvirate. Just like Ulrich. Just like Pro. We're victims here. All of us. I may have realized it late, but was it too late? I guess we'll see. Very well. It's only fair. Have a good rest, Monarch. My name is Sovi. I am, or was, the Grand Inquisitor. I no longer serve the Triumvirate. I was betrayed by my apprentice. He sold me out, forcing my masters to place me in exile. They threw me away. Everything they ever told me was a lie. I thought they were Alestia's rightful rulers, but then I figured out that this wasn't true. The heir to the throne is the monarch. I am a victim of their tyranny, just as you are, all of you. I hope you understand. I'm still at a loss. I don't really know what to do with myself, but coming here to meet with you and the monarch seemed like a good idea. Last night, I also revealed some information that could help your upcoming attack. I just need to know that I belong somewhere. Attacking the Triumvirate will involve taking down Halen. We share a common purpose, at least until he's taken care of. After that, I really don't know. I've always pledged my loyalty to the rightful ruler of Alestia. Logic would dictate that I now serve the monarch. But I don't know. The Triumvirate can throw people away at the snap of a finger. But I'm not like that. What they did was hurt me almost beyond repair. I will help you attack Balteus and take down Halen. You have my word. But after that, I don't know what will happen. In that sense, I am both an asset and a liability. If you want me to leave, then that's what I'll do. When we get to Mazeo, you'll never see me again. That is, unless you want my help. I can offer valuable intel. It's a gamble for both you and me. I don't fully trust you either. But hopefully I've earned a sliver of trust with the monarch. If he vouches for me, then hopefully you will as well. That is all. My fate is in your hands. I have nothing more to say.
I honestly didn't expect this, but nothing has been normal lately. I'm willing to give Sovi a chance. I did the same thing with Grizz. His defection marked a turning point for our cause, a big one. If he can help us out, then I think we need to accept it. And if he turns against us, then he's easily outnumbered. The potential benefits outweigh the potential risks.
This is clearly a trap. We request that you deny his assistance. He's alone now, but he won't be when we arrive in Balteus. If we give him information, he'll turn on us once we get there. Surely we aren't the only one who thinks this way. An alliance with our enemy mere days before our attack. It's too convenient. Sovi is playing us for a fool.
I'm with Hal on this one. We can't work with the enemy. This is the man that killed you and burned down Valinor in your vision. No, it was a trick, but the man is the same. He's a trained killer. For that reason, I can't accept his offer. Fortum, you're with me, right?
I don't know, Valessa. I think everybody deserves a second chance. We all had that moment when we turned against the Triumvirate. Why is it so hard to believe that Sovi might have that moment? He worked so closely with them. He's seen their true nature. He has more knowledge on them than anybody else in our army. It makes sense that he'd come to the same realization as us. I mean, sure, it took a while longer, but that's because he served them. When you remove the excuse of loyalty, it can become pretty clear. That's why he didn't fully realize things until they put him in exile.
Yeah, I'm with Fortem. Everybody deserves a second chance. We've all been there before. We've all made a wrong decision or two. And there's no better way to make up for it than doing the right thing.
Sovi isn't concerned with doing the right thing. He's a liar, plain and simple. There's no way we can trust him. He'd turn on us the moment we arrived in Balteus. That's a guarantee. Letting him close to us now would only enable him to gather information. If he knows our strategy, he can counter us with the Inquisition when we arrive. It's a death sentence, Monarch. Don't be foolish. We've come too far to risk this.
Well, Monarch? Very well.
Well, this is it. We're ready to attack Balteus. Everything we've ever wanted is finally within our grasp. The voyage will take a day or two, so we can plan on the way. For now, we need to ensure that we leave no stone unturned. Visit with your loved ones, say your goodbyes, because this is it. Once we leave for Balteus, our fates are as good as sealed. I don't think there's anything left to say. Finish up your business, and we'll set sail when the monarch demands it. Act under the assumption that you only have 1 or 2 days before departure. I don't want to rush anything as important as a goodbye, but every moment we waste is a moment for our enemy to prepare. I trust that we'll find a happy medium and embark without regret.